Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lights Out with Ish and Eve. I'm Ish and this is Eve, and we are back to discuss what that even was.
A horror show. We're back to discuss a horror show.
So, double Ferrari DNF, Lando technical DNF, Kimi had about 1 million penalties, and
Carlos
I think has now lost his Italian citizenship. Carlos had a penalty, is now probably ready to square up with the FIA.
Valid, honestly.
And Isaac has a podium. Yay!
I love the jumper. I love
Thank
it.
you.
How many girlies have a V-carb jumper? Probably not many, but a Danny Rick
She came in handy
relic.
today.
A Danny Rick
Honestly.
relic.
Anyways. Big announcement coming into the weekend over the summer break, which was...
Do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Cadillac?
Pause for awkward dramatic effect.
Pause for, are you trying to throw to me here? What's going on? Cadillac have announced their driver lineup finally, and the crowd saw that coming. Realistically.
The crowd did see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, no one's really surprised, but congratulations to Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. The two second drivers of all time will now become the drivers, and I'm very curious to know which of the second drivers becomes the second driver of the other second driver.
True. I think Perez is going to outperform Bottas.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like that's a hot take.
Yeah. I think people forget Bottas's time at Sauber. And
I think Bottas forgets Bottas's time at Sauber.
Yeah. That's not to say he's not a good driver, but I do think that Perez is maybe just a little bit more dialed in more recently. I think Perez is gonna. I don't think it's gonna be by much. Like, bottom line, like a lot of it, I think is just gonna come down to the car and how 100%. Good or not good it is. But I do think Perez is gonna outperform Bottas.
That's a very interesting.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Because I do think that it will be close, and
yeah.
I completely see your point, and I'm keen to see. It will depend, obviously, a lot, as you said, on how the car is, because ultimately, if the car... Because that's the thing with Bottas, I feel like we never really got a good judge of him, because the Sauber was just so bad for, ever. So after he left Mercedes, it was like, well... Who knows? Whereas Perez, you could also put in the same category, because once the Red Bulls started being a bad car, he started being a bad driver. And it's like, okay, now we've seen clearly that second Red Bull is not a fun place to be. So maybe it was making him look worse than he actually was. So I think both of them 100%. Come into it a bit unproven in that regard. Would I have liked to see a rookie in there? Yes. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
I get people's opinion on that. I just think, I don't know, people I think are like, oh, you need to be giving these opportunities to, young drivers. Yeah. But, there are 6 rookies on the, quote-unquote rookies, on the grid this year. It's not like we haven't seen any new blood on the grid in a long time.
No, I agree with that. I don't think that's why Sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, and I also think, for Cadillac, it makes sense to have 2 really experienced drivers to help the team grow and blossom. They're a new team, brand new car, in new regulations. Yep. So, to have people who actually have, something to compare the drive to is way more crucial than, trying to scout some new talent right off.
Oh, 100%. I 100% think it's a good move for Cadillac to sign 2 really, really experienced drivers for their first season. I think it makes complete sense. I'm just like, it's not the fun choice. But like,
totally.
they're a business. They're a new F1 team.
There and,
Alex Dunn.
Yeah.
That's who I was wanting in the car. But anyways, I feel like we should get into the race weekend because we're on a time crunch. So
we are. Let's do it. So FP1.
Yes.
I think everyone was still trying to work out how to drive again after coming back from summer break.
Hose be rusty.
Yeah.
For real.
Many little slips, spins, as everyone kind of got familiar with the track again.
Yeah.
Those slips and spins, there was Lewis doing a real nice little 360. Yuki took a bit of curb, ended up beached in the gravel.
Yeah.
Kimi locked up, ended up beached in the gravel, and then there was a red flag. George and Carlos had moments going into the gravel.
It was really
there was
funny.
A lot going on.
When Kimi went off, they were literally talking on the commentary about, like, has he been underwhelming this season? And then he went off and got stuck in the gravel, and I was like, oh, that's not good timing. That's not good.
Exhibit A.
And also, my worst enemy was on commentary in practice.
Yes. Jacques Villeneuve.
My favourite person. Exactly who I want to see at the first race back.
Yeah. When Nico Rosberg exists, why are we bringing Jacques Villeneuve around?
So true. So true.
Honestly.
Anyways, and the other thing to say, and this was kind of all through practice, there was just like a fair bit of impeding incidents here and there. Everyone's complaining about everyone getting in each other's way, and I think that's again just A, the track, and B, everyone shaking off the rust, being back out on track.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, the little offs, the spins, the beaching in the gravel did not stop at FP1.
It did not. Well, even at the end of the session, when Max was practicing his race starts, and ended up locking up and went into the gravel, and I think it was, like Bortoletto's team radio where they were like just letting him know that he was in the gravel, and Bortoletto was like, "Wait, how did Max go up?"
Bortoletto's like, this concept doesn't exist in my mind. Yeah. I saw a meme about this, and it was like that one that's like, Yuki, no! It's like, sorry, force of habit.
I know, so
like,
good. Oops. But Aston were looking really quick in practice. Which to then lead into FP2, Lance was looking really quick into the wall.
Yes, unfortunately, because he had such a good FP1, and then his FP2, we were just looking at results in the office of the practice sessions, not having watched them, and we're like, oh, have you seen how fast Fernando was in second practice? And I was like, yeah, and did you see Stroll in FP1? And they were like, he was 2 seconds off the pace in FP2, and I was like, oh. And then I watched and I opened my own Instagram and just saw his car in pieces. And I was like, well, that will do it. That will be why he's 2 seconds off the pace. But that was a pretty big hit.
It was a big hit. It was the same corner, obviously, Danny Rick hurt his hand last year. Yeah, and his car was, like, well damaged. So glad that he was obviously okay.
I know, and Max asking about his hands immediately after was kind of cute.
I know. Bless.
I was like, that's nice.
And then Hadjar's V-carb like cut out power, which caused a VSC, I think. Yeah. And then after that was sorted, there was just a few more little. Lewis did another little 360. He
was just practicing for Sunday.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Did you see Oscar drive into George in the pit lane?
That was a bit crazy. I won't lie, that was a bit mad. What was he doing? Because he was like, I'm boxing. Just kidding, I'm not. Like, girl, where are you going?
It was bizarre.
There's a Mercedes there. You left the pit lane. Like, you left the fast lane. Obviously, there's going to be a car there. Like, girl, where are you going? Please.
I know. I'm like, make up your mind, darling.
Yeah, but also, like, was the pit box just, like, not ready for him? But they were all there. Like, they were all out. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. It was like, because they've obviously got 2 little boxes. I don't know if he went early. I don't know. It was bizarre.
But like, surely if he'd gone early, he would have just driven through.
Yeah, I know.
Because
Unless
Lando
there were, like,
wasn't
people in
there.
the way. No, I know. It was very strange.
The people looked like they were in formation to like receive him in the box.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It was so weird. Anyway, but there was a few more beachings.
Albon, yeah.
Had a big adventure into the gravel and hit the wall, damaged his front wing, got beached.
That was just
but
kind
again,
of the status quo through practice.
But again, Alonso was looking really good.
Yeah.
He split the McLarens in P2, which was kind of crazy.
That's crazy. That is mad.
Like, Ariana, what are you doing here?
Literally. And then FP3, I have less notes. The commentary were talking about Labubu's at one point. I was like, what's going on? I was like, can we be for real? The fuck is going on?
There is no need for this.
No. Like, this is like 3-hour-long red flag conversation. Like, why are we talking about this in FP3? But McLaren were just looking so fast in FP3.
I know.
They were so quick.
Like, George and Max were like in, 3rd and 4th and were like a second off the pace. Like, what?
Yeah, I know. It's actually mad. Like, if you're everyone else, you're just like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you actually want from me?
I know. Well, one thing we haven't mentioned yet about practice is just how slow and bad Ferrari were already looking.
Oh my God.
Like, it was already not shaping up to be a good weekend.
Oh my God. This was also talked about in the office. They were like, why did you see how slow Ferrari was? And I was like, where did they finish? And obviously FP1, they were like in the teens, like they were not fast. And then in FP2, they were 6th and 8th. And I was like, bestie, that's just where you are. I'm sorry to break it to you. That's not even Ferrari being slow. Like, that is genuinely where you are on pace. I was like, I really hate to break it to you.
Like, actually, I was like, cool. So we'll try again next weekend, I guess.
Yeah. And then it didn't get better.
It did not. The
considerably
one last thing
worse.
I'll say about FP... I know. Well, the one last thing I'll say about FP3 was Carlos was up in P5, which was really nice to see, given that Williams had said going into this weekend that it would not be one of their strong tracks.
Yes.
So that kind of continued for Carlos until it didn't.
Until the FIA decided to ruin everything. But it wasn't even, it was a racing incident, in my opinion. We'll get there.
We'll get there, but that was cooked.
And then also the George and Fernando incident coming into the pit lane in FP3 was a little mad.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
what happened with that again?
So George was like, it was a really, really weird one. I think George was like he was like turning onto the main straight, like he was on his cool lap, I think, and Fernando was coming up behind him and he was like kind of pulled into George Russell, like behind him to get a bit of a tow, like coming onto the main straight. But then George then, I think, I don't know, maybe he was like, oh fuck, he's behind me and he's starting a lap, maybe I need to get out of the way, so like moved over. But then they moved the same way and both went like into the pit entry. But it kind of looked like Alonso was boxing and then George went and like almost cut him off and then stayed out. It was weird. It was really weird. And I don't really exactly know what happened, but apparently it was George's fault. So, and apparently it was a bit of like a bit of an oopsie on George Russell. So, yeah.
Right. Well, I think they're all, like you said, just dusting themselves off after the summer break. But shall we talk about quali?
Yeah, let's do it.
In Q1, we had Lance Stroll, Ollie Behrman, Esteban Ocon, Nico Hulkenberg, and Franco Colapinto eliminated. Quite frankly, the usual suspects a little bit.
Yes, unfortunately. But Lance Stroll went about 5 seconds before putting it in the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
it was his first flying lap.
And he was one of the first ones to go as well. Like, it was very, very immediate to the start of quali. Like, we were just getting going. And I was like, oh, Okay.
Yeah.
But he kept
I
it
know.
going, and I was like, is it just a front wing? Who knows? Because he was able to drive it around back, and I was like, oh, if it's just a front wing, and then it watched the replay, and I'm like, how is your front suspension alive? Like, how are you not missing a wheel?
I know. I know. It was kind of crazy that he was able to get it back because, yeah, he really hit the wall at pace.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he was done.
Yep. Done for the day.
During this, yeah, done for the day, for real. During their second flying laps, Gasly went P6 and Colapinto was P16. And I think that definitely spoke to, like, the point we made the other week of, like, was Colapinto the right choice? Does he actually have the pace to, like, be on par with Gasly?
And it's like, it's interesting that there haven't really been that many rumours about the Alpine seat for next year. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Like, Alpine love a rumour mill. Like, what's happening? Why aren't there any rumours? Like, this guy, you can't be going with him. You can't be. So, like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to?
I
like,
know.
can you tell me?
It's almost like they have so many options that, like,
yeah,
it just feels impossible to talk about it. Like with Red Bull, there's sort of like, there was always like one or two. So it's easy to be like, okay, what about this person? What about this person? Alpine is like, take your pick.
Anyone. Yeah. It's like, who the fuck knows, realistically.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ferrari were not fast in Q1.
Charles's second flying lap, he was like in the elimination zone and then went like P14. And I was like, oh God.
I was like, girl, you're going to have to go faster than that.
I know. But Oscar managed to pull out a crazy lap.
Yes.
In Q1. To like pip Lando. To the top. Liam Lawson also went like fifth fastest.
Yeah, that was good
which
lap.
Was a little crazy. I did feel a little bad for Nico. He's just had a string of really poor qualifyings since Silverstone, basically.
Well, he had a bad qualifying there too. He was like at the back.
Oh, true. Yeah, he was at the back.
A good race. Yeah. No, he just hasn't had good. And I think like it's like it speaks well to Bortoleto and how well he's been able to do, because Nico Hülkenberg is normally not a bad qualifier. So I think it speaks well to what Bortoleto's been able to do, because I think it's now skewed in the direction of Bortoleto has has out-qualified Nico more than not this season.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
I don't know whether that's Bortoleto being good or Nico being bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more just like Bortoleto's quick. Yeah. But like Nico's obviously got the experience to like over the course of a full race be able to deliver as well, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I guess that's that. Did you have anything else to say about Q1?
No.
Cool. So then Q2 we had Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly, Bortoleto, Yuki Tsunoda and Kimi Antonelli eliminated.
Yeah.
Ferrari went out really early in Q2 and did like 3 flying laps. There was a fox. Yeah.
I love Charles's radio message. I think he's taking the escape road. I was like,
yeah. Cool.
I was like, he's given it he's like basically named it and claimed it at this point. I was like, girl, what are you doing here?
Literally. So then this is also where like the string of new lap records started.
Yes.
Because Lando set a new lap record on his first flying lap in Q2, which was obviously then pipped and then pipped again by Oscar.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lando set an absolute flyer. It was really unfortunate for Alex Albon, I think, with getting eliminated in Q2 because Sainz was looking like he had really good pace. Sainz obviously made it through to Q3. And Albon was like pissed on the radio. Afterwards.
Yeah, he was not happy.
He was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why do we do this?
And that's happened
a
few times. Yeah, like he's had the same crash out in quali a couple of times this year.
I know. So I think it's hard because like the Williams has like while he's been there has always obviously been a backmarker team, and now it's finally showing some promise. So then when I think when you know what it could possibly be, i.e. when
Yeah.
your teammate's in Q3 and you're not, that's when it's frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the teammate pairing like Albon and Sainz. It's not like Russell and Antonelli where one of you is significantly more experienced than the other. It's like you guys are probably pretty on par.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, so that was that.
Hadjar was flying.
Q2?
He was flying
Yes.
already. Like even in that,
Yes.
and that obviously carried through as well to Q3, but I was like, damn, he's kind of cooking up something here, and he did.
And he did. And he did.
Yeah, to move on to Q3, both RBs went through, which again, great. Well done.
True, very true. Yes. Yeah, the RB really is just, I mean, coming into this season, really genuinely thought they would be a backmarker team. I can't
100%.
remember where I put them in the predictions, but I'm sure it was
I think I would have had them 8th or 9th. I genuinely think I would have had them 8th or 9th. I don't remember exactly, but
yeah,
it's not. It wouldn't have been higher than that. Because also, do you remember last year they could not make a good strategic decision to save their life?
No, I know.
Like, they just
or to
could
save
not.
Daniel Ricciardo's career.
Don't. Okay, no need. Okay. True though, but I thought it was so incredible from Oscar after Lando's been on top all weekend. Like, he just knows how to pull it out at the right time. And
Oh my gosh, I know.
ultimately it was going to look like that 100th that it was between the two of them for pole was going to be the race result, because it's gone like that so many times this year. It's just whoever starts ahead in quali by that 100th of a second will just lead the 1-2 home. Is how it's gone so often, and that would have been what happened if Lando's engine didn't say goodbye with like 5 laps to go. But
I know.
That 100th.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
100th.
Like, it's so close between them. Like, they are so evenly matched.
Yeah, which is really fun, and why I think it's so unfortunate that this DNF happened, because like if it hadn't, like, I want the season to like continue to like bubble, but I do fear that this was maybe a bit of a defining moment. But yeah, they're so evenly matched, which is just so much fun to like see who's gonna like come out on top each week. But Oscar, obviously, like I said before, that was a new lap record, which was fun. And the thing that I thought was quite funny was Zach Brown's polite little golf clap when Oscar put it on pole. Like, there wasn't the big like roar and fist pump when Lando's on top. But it was a nice little golf clap when he was on camera.
Yeah. Anyways.
It is what it is. But obviously the big thing as well was Hadjar popping it in P4.
Oh my god. The Hadjodium was on.
So good. The Hadjodium was on.
Not really. I didn't think the Hadjodium was going to happen. I thought he was going to get passed by a Ferrari and a Mercedes at least.
Yes, agree. I was like, great for him for quali. It's not. He will not be staying there.
No. And he showed us all up. I mean,
he really did.
He inherited the Hadjodium, but that was my one silver lining on this fuck-ass race. So,
honestly,
I will take it.
Honestly.
Like, I'm so glad it was him that inherited the podium rather than, like, no hate, but like Charles or George or someone that's on the podium frequently in that third position.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that it was someone fun is like the saving grace of this whole thing.
No, I completely agree. I love it. That little P3 in the race has turned out some fun fun drivers and stories this year. So
we've got 3 first-time podium sitters and 2 rookie podiums out of it. So
that's so cute. Yeah.
So slay. Anyway, but also like going into the out of quali, I was like, this race start is gonna be interesting. I was like, fuck me, because also like most of the Zandvoort races have been won from pole. So I was like, this first corner it's on, like.
Yes.
And
it was.
Yeah, to lead straight on into the race. When Max started on softs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I was like, fuck.
I know.
Because he was clearly banking on either an early safety car or it to start raining early into the race to not. Yeah. Oh my God. But when it literally popped up Max on softs, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, oh boy. We're in danger. We're in big danger. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. But he was so Oscar had a great start.
Yes. Initially, I thought it looked like Lando had a better start off a better launch.
Yes.
That's what it looked like
Oscar
to
was
me.
Just so quickly.
Second phase.
Oscar was so quickly able to cover him off. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Lando was obviously distracted with Max going round the outside.
Yes. Because he went right around the outside of turn 1 and he got around Lando, but then had to give the place, didn't have to give the place back, but ended up giving the place back. Yeah, going around again, but nearly lost the car. He had a massive wobble.
I cannot believe he saved that. Like, he overtook
insane.
Lando at a perpendicular angle. Bro was sideways. Bro drift overtook him. Like, fully just went and then, like, straightened up into, like, a corner the other way. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did you do that? Most drivers are, like, taking out half the field with them.
Yeah.
In that moment. Like, holy shit.
Game over.
Yeah. I was literally like, ah! I was like, oh my God. But anyways, that was crazy.
It was fun to watch.
I kind of think he was going to have a crack at Oscar into that corner if he didn't have the snap too. Like, he was he was kind of going quick. I was like, oh no. I genuinely thought if he didn't have that snap, he would have had a run at Oscar into that next corner. Yeah, well,
like you said, it's like Zandvoort is a race it's often won from pole because it's so tough to overtake there. And so it was like, okay, now or never.
Yeah, literally. Like, let's get them all now. And like, obviously with that, and he did that almost every safety car restart too. He was on like a softer compound than the McLarens, and I was like, can you fuck off? Like, can you just fuck
go
off?
Away?
Like, I'm stressed. I know. Anyways,
for the number of safety car restarts Oscar had to do, though, he nailed every single one of them.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm also impressed that Lando didn't get overtaken by Max again on any of them when Max was on a softer compound every time.
True. Yeah, Lando.
Apart from the last time when Lando was on the hill instead of in second position.
Yes, that is true.
The other thing that happened was Lewis was already noted on the formation lap for not lifting under yellows and now has a 5-place grid penalty going into Monza.
Yeah, so the life of a Ferrari fan just never really improves, quite frankly.
No, you had a we're so back. Where were we so back? We were so back.
Yeah.
We were so back not that long ago.
Yeah.
Where were we not so back? I think it was 2 races ago.
Yeah.
Now you're back in the pits of hell. Yeah. Oh, can I give you my fun fact now?
Yes.
One of my useless stats is this related.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you've seen this anywhere on social media. You may have. Last time there was a Ferrari double DNF, the race before Monza.
Yes.
It was Spa 1998. And so obviously Ferrari double DNF, Spa 1998. Yeah. Monza 1998, the following race, Ferrari.
Please tell me they won.
They had a 1-2.
So back.
I don't want to like get your hopes up or anything, but that did happen.
Oh, my hopes are up. My hopes are through the roof. My hopes. Wow. Okay, we're on. We're so back.
Honestly, I would love a Ferrari 1-2 next week in Monza, because the vibes will be.
The vibes will be good.
Through the roof. Because.
True.
Yeah. I'll tell them later.
I'll
tell them later.
Okay.
But anyways, we should get back into the race. I just wanted to drop my little
should.
fun fact for you there because I thought you would appreciate it, seeing as you're about to relive hell.
Yes, correct. That will keep me going. So Albon was also up 5 places in the first lap, which was fun. Bortoletto lost 5 or 6 places in the opening laps. So there was quite a bit of movement up and down the field.
Well, Bortoletto had a tangle with somebody and lost an end plate. Which then was just causing problems. Everyone was like running over it.
There was so much debris on the track this
I'm
race.
like, where did this come from? There was just constant
these
debris.
Cars were just shedding.
Literally, I'm like, who's hit who? Like, what's going on? But then
Lando got back past Max. I think around like lap 9.
Move, incredible
really nice,
move,
clean. Yeah,
with the banking, good. I was like, damn, that it just looked good. Yeah. It looked really nice.
It did. He came from so far back too.
I was like, that's the aggression we need in this champion fight. And I also feel like Max was very, very nice with him. Like,
yes, Max.
I feel like had that
shove him.
I think had that happened last year, they both would have ended up in the wall. But Max was very nice with him. I think he knows that he's not in the championship fight anymore. He's like, you know what? You do you, kid. Go. Yeah. Off you go.
Exactly.
I'm not going to crash us both out and cause us pain for no reason.
Correct. But that was really good. And then obviously Lando could kind of get going after Oscar.
Yeah.
Hadjar was holding... stuck behind Hadjar.
Yeah. Crazy.
I was like, come on. You can do it. You can get around me. Come on. No. Nothing.
And then, not even that long after, like, not even that far into the race, Charles was told to start lifting and coasting.
No.
I was like, of course.
I was like,
it's sick. Back. Yeah, Lift and coast is back.
Lift and coast is
back.
Yeah. And like, so we're actually racing here. This is a race. The idea is to drive as fast as you can.
Lift and coast my art. I've been lifting and coasting all year. Anyway, it was around this point in time as well where there was like, it's going to start raining. It's going to start raining. It's going to start raining. 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No?
And I think it was around lap 20 that it just started like to spit down a little bit.
But everyone was boxing. But everyone was boxing for hards, and I was like, girl, it's raining.
I think because they didn't think the rain was going to be that bad.
I mean, they were right. It wasn't that bad.
Exactly. If they were on a harder compound, they might just be able to like see through. Because I think what like Bernie was saying as well was like you would have to be more than 3 seconds a lap slower in order to justify the time lost with the pits. Yeah. So I was like, that makes sense. So you might as well, if it's going to be light rain, just like try and stick it out.
Yeah.
But by sticking it out, that also means don't go on the paint, because on lap 23, which was 3 laps after the rain started to come down, Lewis dipped in the barriers onto the painted lines and was in the barriers.
And it was just the most horrendous timing for Charles. Like, it's not even the fact that, like, it was already a fucking Ferrari nightmare before Charles DNF'd, because Charles had just boxed. Like, he had just come out from his pit stop, and then Lewis is like, see ya.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, those new tyres had just been put on and it cut to... Like, he wasn't even out of the pit lane yet.
I know. Oh my God.
And they cut to Lewis in the wall. And I was like,
That meant that all the front runners came in under the safety car. Lando had that little incident with his front jack man. I was like, damn. But I was like, oh no, he's had a fucking whoopsie here. But then it turned out that the green light did go on, so he was in the clear. But at the start I was like, oh my God, it's a bad stop, oh my God, he's stuck. And then I was like, oh, it's behind the safety car, it literally doesn't matter.
It's chill. I know.
I was like starting to have a mental breakdown about it, and then I was like, oh, it's actually fine.
I know. Well, the good thing at least for Charles was he only lost 1 place. Like, it could have been worse. with that pit stop. Like he lost a place to George, but that was, so that was that. And then Haas decided to leave Ocon out, and he was like
Behrman. They left them both out. They were just chilling.
Ocon was then in the points because they left him out, which was fun. And so obviously, like we said before, really good safety car restart by Oscar. But two people that didn't have a great safety car restart was Carlos Sainz and Liam Lawson.
Yes, they had a little tangle. I saw it in the back of the shot too. I didn't know who it was, but I was like, some people have just made contact back there. And then it like cut away from it, and then it cut back to them both slowing down. I was like, no, Carlos. I know. So Carlos got a 10-second penalty. Yes.
For that incident. I don't know what the stewards were watching, but from what I saw, Liam kind of just turned into him, and I think it's either Liam's fault or you just call that a racing incident.
It's one or the other. I don't think it was anything. Carlos was minding his fucking business.
Like they told Carlos on the radio that literally they told Carlos on the radio that he got a penalty, and Carlos was like, "Who got a pen?
Me?
Me?"
That was funny. That was a very funny radio message. I mean, it was followed by him being like, "What the fuck?" But like when he was like, "Who, me?" I was like,
and then later he was like, "No, I just want to talk to the stewards."
Yeah, I just want to talk to the stewards.
I just want to talk.
Can you hear me out, please? Because what the fuck? Anyways, then the Leclerc-Russell scrap was feisty.
Oh my gosh. That was fun. That was really fun to watch.
It was really fun.
I was like, get it, Charles. Because like he's an aggressive driver, in that he'll go for a move when it's on. But he'll very rarely get to like a wheel banging point.
Yeah, exactly.
That was wheel banging.
But I loved it.
Like, ooh,
that was very close. And I'm like, it was a bit of a weird one, because it was like, what the hell was that? It was like, George was like, he was off the track. Charles was like, he left me no room. And I kind of see both of their perspectives. Like, I'm like, George wasn't probably obligated to leave you room because you weren't there when you went into the corner. And
exactly.
Then you somehow kept all four wheels on the track, because if you didn't, you would have been told to give the place back. So, but yeah, it was good. I loved it, but I was a bit like, whoa.
I know. It was, I think he was then under investigation for causing a collision.
He was, because George had damage.
Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Yeah. But obviously, when what happened, that was no longer relevant. So.
No, because no advantage was gained.
No, because it was shortly after that move happened that Antonelli then... Well, so there was team orders where George had to let Antonelli through.
Yeah, because he had damage.
And then Antonelli tried to undercut Charles and pitted around lap 50.
For softs
and then
as well.
Charles... For softs, yeah. And then Charles... Ferrari brought Charles into the pit. And I think... I don't know if it was just like in hindsight, but Charles was like, "Why did you do that? My tires were fine."
Yeah.
But they brought him in to try and obviously cover that off.
Yeah, and they put him on softs as well.
Yes, and he rejoined the race with Antonelli right behind him. And Antonelli came up behind him, tried to go around the inside, and just understeered right into Charles's rear tire.
Torpedo, like an absolute torpedo.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was like sitting in my bed, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and Lewis was already gone, and then that happened, and I was like, okay, so my day is ruined.
Yeah, you were like, okay, cool. That's really what I wanted. Cool. Yeah, I was watching with my dad as well, and he was literally like, oh, poor Ashana. And then my mum also texted me the next day, because Dad's in Europe at the moment, hence why he can watch at the right time. But Mum texted me in the morning as well, and she was like, oh, Shauna's going to be so upset on the podcast. I was like, yeah, unfortunately she's kind of used to it this year. But yeah, it was a fucking torpedo. But yeah, he obviously just understeered into him. And what I think is really interesting is all of the drivers seem to have a soft spot for Kimi. Because
I know
there was no crash out. There was no, he's a fucking idiot. What the fuck is he doing? Is he fucking blind? What the fuck? Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
Just, we didn't need to come in. It was more like, why did we cover him off? Not why did he yeet me out of the race? Like,
I know.
But, and the same with Max in Austria. Like, no crash out when it's Kimi. They're all just like, I feel like there's already enough pressure on you. I don't need to scream at you on the radio.
Like, he's just a baby.
He's just a child. But it was a bad double DNF. It was a fairly eventful double DNF.
So then Charles ends up on the grass hill, sitting next to his broken car.
For the rest of the race. I think it must have been like one of the marshals or something being like, do you want to know like what's going on? Like, because I reckon he was like listening to it. So I reckon he was listening to the commentary. Because it was around the time when Lando DNF'd and he must have been like, what the fuck's happened? What's going on?
Yeah. But it was, bro did like a whole ass photo shoot on that.
I know. He was probably like, leave me alone. Instagram? Yeah.
He posted so many of those photos of him sitting on the hill.
Well, and I've seen a lot of stuff being like, bro's just aura farming on the fucking sand dune after a DNF. But I'm like, he must have just been at a part of the track where they couldn't get over to him to bring him back. Yeah. Because even after Lando DNF'd and it cut to Charles still sitting there, I was like, why is he still there? Like, he was just there the whole time. And I'm like, and then so obviously funny. Lando ended up sitting on a dune as well. And I'm like, are you guys near each other? Can you wave across the track? Can you
I know.
Hey, can you go and sit together? Like, what's going on? But also, after Charles's DNF, Liam Lawson's radio message was so scary. Like, that like gave me a little bit of shiver me timbers.
Yeah, because he didn't know.
No, he's like, I could not see him at all.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was more like...
that was kind of crazy.
There was a yellow flag, but then his engineer was like double yellows where you are. And he was like, oh my fucking God, I could not see him. Like, he saw the double yellows, but he couldn't see the car. But it was his engineer being like, it's right where you are. And then he was like, holy fuck. And I was like, oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, that was crazy. But anyway, so that happened. I was sad. Antonelli, Antonelli got a 10-second penalty, obviously, for that, and 2 penalty points as well. And that was not the end of his penalty, or not his penalties, his his
penalties.
Because penalties. I was like, wait, that is the right word. Yeah. Because he was then under investigation later in the race, speeding in the pit lane.
When that
and got
came
another
up,
5 seconds.
I was like, oh, this poor boy cannot catch a damn break. It's like,
I know.
Oh, on top of everything else that's happened to you, you're now got speeding in the pit lane as well. I was like, bruh.
I know.
And also... but also after that, like, the fact that Gasly, I think it was holding up everyone behind Kimi. Like, there was a massive gap forming, and I was like, oh my God, Gasly's gonna like give Kimi the biggest helping hand here ever to not lose that many places when he gets his penalty applied. But then there was a safety car and it ruined it. But there was a point in time when I was like, oh my God, Gasly is like helping this man out right now. But then it got to the point where it did look like the gap between the McLarens was coming down.
Yes. So both McLarens pitted for hards under Charles's safety car.
Interesting decision.
And everyone behind them was on softs.
That was terrifying.
I was like, oh no. But it was kind of fine. And Oscar had another good safety car restart. And then very shortly afterwards, Lando had smoke coming out of his engine. And I was like, oh boy, game over.
Oh, it's just not good. It's just so heartbreaking for him
I know.
to have that happen in such a tight championship fight, because realistically, and people were saying it all over the summer break, it's like all that needs to happen is a DNF for one of the cars, and it's like it's burst wide open.
Totally.
Like it's yeah,
and it sucks
then
that it's
for it to
something that
happen,
wasn't his fault either.
it's just what I was going to say.
You know?
Like, oh, it's so horrible, because it could have happened to either of them. It could have happened to either of them. And that's the
and
thing,
to be
people
fair,
are
like there's 9 races left. Like it could happen to Oscar.
oh, it's not
too.
over.
Like
it's absolutely
and
not
it could
over.
close back up again. But
People are like so
is-
dramatic saying it's over. And I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah.
yes, it's going to be a lot more difficult now, and Oscar Piastri is Mr. Consistency, so it would probably take a technical failure to take him out, because he's
Yeah.
too consistent. He doesn't make fucking
He's
mistakes.
just that good, yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
just locks in. So that's
For
probably what it
real.
would take, but it's happened now. And do you remember about a month or two ago when I was talking about the Mercedes reliability issues, and I was like, it'll become a story when it happens to a McLaren?
Yep.
Well, here we are.
And here it is. I know.
Here we are.
It's
People are like, oh, well,
It's
Mercedes
really
have actually been
unfortunate.
having a lot of power. Yeah. Yes.
yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So that was really, really unfortunate for Lando.
Yeah.
And I think he handled it pretty well, like in the media and everything afterwards.
Yeah.
But what it did do, I'm just conscious of time,
Yes.
was open up the P3 podium position for Isaac Hadjar.
The Hadjodium.
The Hadjodium was on, and he was so thrilled. It was so sweet.
It was so cute. Like, honestly, as I said, silver lining. I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Did you see he
This is
broke
great.
his trophy?
Oh, I felt so bad for him. I was like, at least it's not made out of Lego, babe. Like, let's be for real. But Lego, you could put it back together.
Well, exactly. It's kind of like making the Lego trophies make sense at this point with all the drivers.
I know.
breaking
I
their
felt so
trophies.
bad
But
for him though, because like when Max's trophy got smashed, he'd won every fucking race that year. But I'm like, that's your
so
only
that was
one.
fine.
But I mean, it only broke in one place. Surely they can fix it. They can just get some super
bit
glue.
of super glue.
It'll be
You'll
fine.
be fine. Yeah.
But yeah, his celebrations
no,
were
it
so,
was so
cute, and
lovely to
everyone
see.
congratulating him.
I know. It was really funny in like the cool down room as well, just like Oscar and Max giving Hadjar like some bit of post race coaching, like as they were watching the highlights.
Yeah.
It's like bless.
I did see in the media pen after the race as well, Max and Lando being like talking about Max's wobble at the start of the race, and Lando was like, yeah. Matt, I was hoping that you were just gonna like and Max, they were like laughing about it. Like, that's so funny.
I know.
Oh my God. Also, the funniest thing after the race when Oscar got to set off the fireworks.
Yes, that was so funny.
Loved that.
So random.
I want to do that. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Do I have to win
real.
Zandvoort to do that? Asking for a
Probably.
friend.
I would say. Yeah. I'd say that's probably a requirement. But you never know.
Well, unfortunately, I fear it's off the cards. In that case.
Well, a few other people that had quite good races were Ollie Behrman, who went from pit lane to P6, career best.
Incredible. Well done.
And we had someone in our predictions. So every week we like ask you what your predictions are for the race on our Instagram. So if you don't follow us there, go check it out. But someone predicted that Lance Stroll would end up in the top 7. And I was like, no way. And he did. P7.
There you go.
He started P19.
Mm-hmm. P7.
Pretty good.
And Alex Albon, P15 to P5.
Yeah.
He was funny
So
after the
there was
race
some-
too. They were like, oh, what a good race you had. And he was like, honestly, not really. I just kind of stayed on the track and ended up in P5. He was kind of like,
because there was sort of 4 drivers that were out in terms of like the 3 DNFs plus Kimmy's like 15 seconds worth of penalties kind of dropped him right to the back as well.
And plus like
So that
Carlos and
obviously
Liam
helped.
were both running like around
Yes.
the end of the points at the time when they tangled. So they were also
Yes.
taken out of that mix.
Yes. So there was quite a few, you know,
Yeah,
mitigating
Haas
circumstances.
left both their drivers out for so long. And there was a point in time where they were just holding up everyone. Like,
I know,
everyone was
I
stuck
know.
behind the Haas's, and Fernando Alonso was having like a meltdown about it.
I know.
It was like, fair.
So, yeah, it just overall chaos, really.
Yeah,
was
good stuff.
the race.
Things we like to see.
Shall we get into our awards?
Yes.
Biggest winner, who did you have?
I mean, we've just spoken about him, but our dear friend Isaac Hadjar,
Yeah.
with honourable
Agree.
mentions to those other people that we just spoke about having really good recovery races. And I also just have to say Oscar in the World Championship. I know he's not going to say it, but
Yeah.
he would kind of be like it is a bit of a sigh of relief.
It is. Well, it's just a nice buffer. So even if he comes second for the next few races and
He's
Lando's
fine.
winning, he's still fine. You know,
Exactly.
like, so it's a nice buffer for him. I completely
It
agree.
is,
I had
yeah.
Isaac, Oscar, Ollie Behrman, just, you know,
Yeah.
some really good races.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest losers, I had Lando,
yes.
obviously, and Ferrari.
I was just going to say, I think
And-
we're going to agree on these. Because I also have Lando
Yeah.
and Ferrari.
Yeah, it was rough. And Carlos as well, because he
Yes.
was like having quite a good race, and
Yeah.
to have it
Yeah.
all go that wrong.
No, 100%.
Did you have anyone else?
No, I just had Lando and Ferrari
Okay.
because what the hell?
Fair. Silliest surprise.
The Hadjodium
The Hadjodium, absolutely.
was a very silly surprise. Also, double Aston points. Like,
Yes,
how did that happen?
agree.
Because they've been
Agree.
kind of on the up of late.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
been.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Newey's in there
Doing his
cooking,
shit. Mm-hmm.
maybe. Useless stat. Did you have another one?
I do have another one. Hadjar is the only Red Bull Junior to get a podium as a rookie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Well, the first ever Red Bull driver. But apparently, I read the comments, and apparently this is a contentious take. Because apparently
Right.
Sebastian Vettel won Monza. I'm not saying apparently. He did win Monza in 2008, which was his first full season. So supposedly people are like,
Oh.
if you're counting Liam Lawson as a rookie this year, then technically Seb would have been a
Yeah.
rookie then. Therefore, Isaac isn't the first. So
Fair.
I
Did
just feel like,
Max not get a podium in his?
no, he had multiple P4 finishes,
Right.
but he never got on the
Interesting.
podium until then he moved to Red
Okay.
Bull and won the first race that he raced for Red Bull in 2016 after his first year in 2015.
Yeah, right.
If you
Well,
follow
there you
us on
go.
Instagram, then maybe you'll understand why I'm clarifying that.
Yes. Correct.
I got yelled at. Anyway, do you have a useless stat for me?
I do. So with Oscar getting pole position, winning the race, getting the fastest lap and leading every lap along the way, he took the Grand Slam
Yep.
this weekend, which is the first time a McLaren driver has done that since Mika Hakkinen in 1998.
Oh,
Yeah, at the Monaco Grand Prix.
did Lando
And-
not do it in Singapore last year?
No.
He didn't get the lap record.
Yeah. So, and I think he didn't lead every lap as well.
I think he did.
I think there might have been a bit of back and forth. Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, so first
Mika
time a McLaren
Hakkinen.
driver's done that since Mika Hakkinen in 1998.
There you go.
And he's the first Australian driver to have a Grand Slam since Jack Brabham
Wow.
in Silverstone in 1966.
Wow. There you go.
I know.
I did
Little
see.
history lesson.
Yeah. I love that Jack Brabham is like such an old F1 icon. And I'm like, yeah, he's Australian. And what?
I know, right?
Diva.
It's fun, hey?
Yes. I also, this win for Oscar means he has officially got more F1 wins than Daniel Ricciardo,
Yes.
which
Topped his
passing of
record.
the torch.
I know. I think
Like-
he's equal with Mark Webber now.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Huh. I
think
thought
so.
Webber would have had more, but I do not know.
I think he's equal now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest meme.
Yes. Pulse hold. Okay. It's just, you would have seen it as well, but it's the braking graphic, the F1 braking graphic, and it's like Kimi Antonelli to lose Italian citizenship.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I was like, well,
'Cause
fair.
valid.
Also, right before Monza is crazy.
True. Oh my gosh, the other thing I like totally forgot to say about that whole like with both the Ferraris crashing out was Crofty made a really funny comment on the radio that I sent you. Not
Yes.
on the radio, on the commentary.
Commentary.
And he was like, both Ferraris have been taken out by a Mercedes. Oh no, it wasn't about both Ferraris, it was about Charles and Lando.
Yeah.
And it was like, both of them have been taken out by a Mercedes, one of them by a Mercedes engine, the other by a Mercedes driver. So silly.
Like, come on.
That was very funny.
That was funny. I have another meme though, and it's just like with the edit of Charles, Lando, and Lewis all like just sitting there looking sad, and it's just them edited onto like a beach in Fiji or some shit, like an island beach, just like sitting on the beach looking sad. And I just cackled when I saw it. It's so dumb. It's like not even thought gone into it. It's just so stupid, but I love it.
Fair. I saw one that was from practice that was like Ken from the Barbie movie. Saying like, actually my job is just beach, and it was like all the photos of the drivers beached on the gravel from practice.
I love that. I feel like that's
Which
such a
I thought was
you
very
meme.
funny.
Like you would
It
like that
was.
meme. I like it too, for the record, but I'm like, that is so you.
Yeah. There was also one about the Cadillac announcement that was like, the last time Bottas and Perez were in the same car, and it was a photo of Bottas's Mercedes and the like racing point that everyone called the pink Mercedes.
I did see that. That was funny.
That was very funny. What was your favourite moment from the weekend?
My favourite moment was the Hadjodium.
Yes, agree.
Yeah.
I also really liked Charles's overtake on George. That was just really fun to watch.
Yes, fair.
So that was a vibe. Who was your driver of the day?
Hadjar. And honourable mention to Ollie Behrman.
Agree.
Oh,
Totally
nice. Nice. Because, yeah, pit lane to your, like, career best finish is fucking class.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
I think so.
For Zandvoort. So we're off to Monza, and you...
I'm literally off to Monza.
You're off to the race. How exciting.
Yeah, I'm going with my dad.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
You will have to take lots of videos and photos. I will look at them all very jealously.
I absolutely will. Hence why I'd be so fine if it was a Ferrari 1-2 in Monza, because the vibes will just be insane. If you want to see Monza content, follow us on Instagram, because I will be posting some stuff over there. I don't know whether I'll be able to do anything for YouTube. We're just going race day, and I'm just going to be with my dad, so I don't really know what the vibes are going to be for that. But I will see. But we'll just see what happens. We love that. But I'll definitely be posting some stuff on Instagram and on our story and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. I'm really excited. It's my first race in Europe.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I will just be praying for Ferrari to get their shit together.
Honestly, me too. Because I want to see Ferrari do well in Monza for the vibes. Like,
same. I mean, obviously it'll be more on Charles than Lewis, given his penalty.
Yes.
But that's fine. I also fear McLaren, though, will just be unbeatable there. Like,
there are also...
It's such a fast track, and...
Yeah.
They're so quick.
There are also vicious rumours of Lando having a fat grid penalty because if he needs to take new elements on his car.
Oh.
So nothing official as yet.
Well, that could spice things up.
Yeah. But then Oscar will just be like, all right, goodbye, everyone.
Yes.
And it's just like how many people can Lando overtake?
Yeah. Well,
So-
I guess we'll see. Hopefully
Last
Ferrari
year-
can pull something out of the bag.
Last year they did, or McLaren
They did.
handed them the bag.
Yes.
Well,
If McLaren want to do that again, I'd be fine with that.
that was a monumental fumble. And it all started from the second corner when Lando finally didn't bottle his pole position as he had every time. And Oscar just went, fuck you, actually, and your championship. I'm actually just going to sling it down and then compromise Lando. And all of a sudden Charles was in between them and the 1-2 was gone. I was like,
So if they want to do that again, feel free. That's fine with me. I'm good with that.
yeah, I mean, that's completely fair.
Just let Ferrari have this one,
I'm
please.
honestly, last year went very differently to this year. So this year I'd be more than happy for Ferrari to have one.
Fair.
I've got red nails for Monza. I'm on my Ferrari shit.
We love to see it.
Just for this weekend.
Well, I have to go to work.
Oh,
so
fuck, true. I need to
think
go to
we probably
bed.
need to wrap it up here.
We
Yeah,
do. I'm
for
just
real.
yapping now.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I will let
do you want to yap
go.
us out?
I will yap. That's crazy. If you are listening, give us a 5-star review if you enjoyed it, because it really helps us out. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And follow us on Instagram if you want to see the Monza content. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.